Good afternoon, everybody. This is Vonda Evans, and I'm going to talk about this Operation Varsity Blue, which I'm going to dub the bought but not earned movement, where $6.5 billion was spent between 2011 and 2019 by the privileged and, as George Bush calls his people, the have and the have mores, so that their children, the little have and have Moors would not have to study, things that average people do every day to get into school, but that they could buy their way into school. We had people that were involved in this who were doctors, lawyers, pillars of the community. Georgetown was involved, USC, Wake Forest, Yale, and Stanford. But specifically, we have two Hollywood actresses that also have been implicated, and one, her respective husband, who was a designer. We have Lori Loughlin, who is AKA Aunt Becky on Full House, and her husband, Mosimo, AKA Carry Your Own Weight, who decide that they're going to impose their children's pictures on athletes' bodies so that they could get into USC. Also, we have actress Felicity Huffman, Desperate Housewife, aka in real life, Desperate Mother, married to William Macy, who stars in Shameless on TV, but is shameless in reality, that they decide they wanted to forge a disability certificate so their daughter would have more time to be able to take the SAT. Then we're going to clean it up by the proctors, going over it, and somebody making sure that the answers are the right ones. Then we have the ringleader, who is Bill Singer, who we know is singing now because he has pleaded guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and money laundering. Then we have Aunt Becky, who is out on $1 million bond because, one of the considerations for her is that she had projects, that she had to do toward the end of the year. So her passport will be taken at the end of the year. What bond is to assure is that you are not a flight risk, not that you finish up your gigs in Hollywood. But then we talk about affirmative action, many people do. And race was a considering factor in allowing these children who had historical evidence, real evidence, not fake evidence, of disparity, that no longer can be considered solely when you're going to school, that there cannot be a quota for schools, but in fact, race can be used for academic diversity, but not racial diversity, which is against the law. But on the side, what do we have? So what does this really say to children like Dylan Chiddick, who is a 17-year-old homeless young man in New Jersey that got in 17 universities because he worked hard, earned, not bought? What about Michael Love from the city of Detroit, who got accepted into over 50 schools because he worked hard, he sacrificed? Or the Joshua Toys. Now, let me tell you about his mother. His mother brought a $1 billion action against the people involved because she said, my son, who has a 4.2 grade point average, was denied the opportunity to attend some of these schools. Why? Because their positions were given to people that were not qualified. So what is USC saying? We're going to do it on a case-by-case basis to determine if these children should be there or not. They were the intended beneficiaries of the scam. They need to be put out. They need to be able to let those positions be to children who are qualified, not because they're greedy, but because they deserve to be there. In the words of Michael Love, he said, I did this and I sacrificed because many people said I couldn't do it. He said, I'm better than that, and I wanted to show them. What are we showing them as a community? That it's okay to benefit the have and the have mores, that it's not a crime unless you get caught? We need to come together to make sure that these children who sacrificed, who studied hard, are able to go to school and to be able to get the financial help that they can get, to be able to get placement because they sacrificed to be there. I know firsthand, as a mother of 2 children who are going to school, the student loans that I have, the sacrifices that I've seen my children commit by not going out and partying, the fact that they want to have a better life. They need to be programs that's going to benefit them. We've got to do better as a society in making sure that these people that are involved in the scam are accountable, that they are remorseful, and that they pay the price for what they've done. But more importantly, we got to come together and we got to make education a real choice for those that deserve it.